Good evening, everyone. And it's nice to see that over 600 of you have braved the gauntlet outside. The gauntlet of abuse, of eggs. Nigel and I had one or two thrown at us today in the town centre. But it's a great turnout and I'm welcome. For those of you who are Ukip members, you know who I am. I'm the leader of Ukip. For those of you who are my hopefully future constituents, my name is Paul Nuttall, I'm your candidate, and I live in the most famous house in Stoke. I've now been the leader of this party for just over 2 months, and we're doing well. The party's more unified than it has been for a long time. We're up in the polls. Membership is going up, and the cherry on the cake will be what we can do here in Stoke. I have campaigned for Brexit all my adult life. I started when I was a researcher out in the European Parliament. I then became the chairman of Ukip, the deputy leader of Ukip. I've been an MEP since 2009, and I've been resolute in my belief that Britain will be better outside a sclerotic European Union. It can be a Britain that can look forward into this century, strong, democratic, prosperous, and we, as a result of that Brexit result on June the 23rd, can hand on a Britain to our children that is better than the one we live in today. Nearly 70% of people in Stoke-on-Trent voted to leave the European Union, and it is clear what they wanted. They voted to get back control of their own borders. They voted to ensure that all of our laws are made at Westminster and not in Brussels. They voted to take control of our finances and to stop handing over £55 million every single day to Brussels. And they voted to ensure that Britain can sign its own trade deals in the future. Now you have MPs from the Liberal Democrats, from the Labour Party, and Ken Clark, who are all saying that no, Britain didn't leave the single market, didn't vote to leave the single market. This is disingenuous. David Cameron, the then Prime Minister, George Osborne, the then Chancellor, Philip Hammond, the then Shadow Foreign Secretary, Nigel, Boris Johnson, Michael Gove, Chris Grayling, they all made it perfectly clear. Leaving the European Union means leaving the single market. And as Nigel said, I am the only candidate in this election that is committed to a clean Brexit. The Tory is open. He is a Remainer. The Liberal Democrats want a rerun of the whole thing. They want another referendum. They can't accept the result. And the Labour candidate, as Nigel said, called Brexit a bag of shh. He also said that people were confused who voted for Brexit and insinuated that somehow Brexit was racist. He is not the right candidate for a seat which voted by a large majority to leave the European Union. I am that right candidate. I will go into Westminster and I will stand up and fight again for a clean Brexit where we can make Britain great again. Because I am facing down a Labour Party that has more in common with Stoke Newington than Stoke-on-Trent. A Labour Party which is led by a man who refuses to sing the national anthem, a shadow chancellor that says nice things about the IRA, a shadow Home Secretary that thinks that cutting immigration numbers is somehow racist, and a shadow Foreign Secretary that sneers at St George's Cross. But enough about the party that is going to lose this by-election. Let's talk about the party which is going to win. What do we stand for? Well, we want firm but fair immigration policies. We want an Australian points-based system whereby if you've got the skills that this country needs, yes, please come here and work, but we will never let people come and take out to the top whatever cost they will be fair. We are the party of law and order. We want sentences to mean what they say. We want clear deterrence in society. We will be a party that puts British people first, local people to the top of the housing list. A party that looks after our military and indeed our veterans. It is a disgrace that an estimated 7,000 veterans slept rough last night. They went out and fought on your behalf. They laid down their lives or put their lives in danger to ensure that we have freedom and democracy in this country. The least we can do is look after these people when they will take a leave. Into the NHS, £3 billion a year for healthcare, £1.2 billion a year for social care, and we are the only political party in this country that can tell you where that money will come from. We will take that money from a bloated foreign aid budget that's costing us right now £30 million every single day. I will repeat that. £30 million every single day. And where is this foreign aid going? Well, it's going in some cases to places like China, to places like Brazil, to places like India, which has its own space program, its own aircraft carriers. It has more millionaires and billionaires than ourselves. I'm sorry. There is nothing wrong with saying that charity begins at home. It's our money. It's our money. In fact, it's your taxation. And I'm telling you what, if this was polled, 99% of British people would rather that money be spent on the NHS, ensuring that there's more doctors, more nurses, more midwives than handing over money to corrupt regimes. Now, I'm a candidate here in Stoke-on-Trent, as you know. What can I do for this seat? I can give Stoke a national voice. National Party leader. When I stand up in the House of Commons, people will listen. I can put Stoke-on-Trent on the political map. They've had a Labour MP since 1950, and things are not going to change if another Labour MP is elected. A voice in the wilderness, lobby fodder, as the Westminster journalists call it. No, what Stoke-on-Trent needs is a strong Brexiteer, a strong national voice that will put Stoke-on-Trent on the political map and ensure that change really does happen. I've heard people say that Stoke-on-Trent has been left behind. Many people say people shoot past on the M6 and fail to stop. It cannot be right in this city that 25% of shops lay empty. It cannot be right that there are an estimated 60,000 people living on the breadline. And it cannot be right that the local hospital has a £2 billion debt because of the Labour Party's crazy PFI deal. I want to ensure that the people of this constituency have a voice. It's a bit like Einstein's theory of insanity, really, if you think about it, where you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. If you go out and vote Labour and you get a Labour MP, things will not change. There is something happening in this constituency. In fact, there is something happening in the Western world. We've seen it already with Brexit. We've seen it in America with the election of Trump. There is something happening here now today. When we knock on doors, the one word that we hear more than anything is change. People want change. And on June the 23rd, Stoke became the capital of Brexit. On February the 23rd, if Stoke-on-Trent Central elects a Ukip MP, it will become the capital of change. We've got a lot to do, ladies and gentlemen. Get on board, get on with the team, get on the campaign trail, and let's go out and let's win this by-election. Thank you very much.